So, good evening. I appreciate the opportunity to testify before you tonight. My name is Bryan. I'm Executive Director of Consumer Directed Action of New York, and we advocate for CDPAP by representing consumers who use the program and the FIs who administer it. And I also support the comments of my colleagues with Niall and carrying majority here today as well. 65,120. That is how many minutes PPL and DOH have from right now until midnight on March 29th, when consumers and their workers must be enrolled with PPL or lose their services. That means PPL must completely enroll 4 consumers every single minute between now and March 29th. It means PPL must completely enroll and onboard 10 consumers and workers every single minute between now and March 29th. And based on the department's reported trends to this point, giving them the benefit of the doubt and counting started and confirmed consumers, they will fall about 80,000 people short. We don't really have a good idea of how many workers will not be onboarded yet because that process information is so murky from the department, but that might explain why DOH has confirmed to you today that they've lowered PPL's bar for success. They will call this a success if PPL enrolls the 280,000 consumers, even if those consumers have no workers onboarded, and despite the fact that without workers, the program offers no actual benefit. Because despite the Medicaid director's claims that FIs were never supposed to onboard PAs, it's just not true. FIs have onboarded PAs since the beginning of the program. They onboarded workers in the demonstration program that led to CDPAP. This is a fundamental programmatic change in CDPAP. And it's also amazing that DOH not only doesn't know how many workers there are, but expressed that it is likely that, quote, between 200,000 and 300,000 workers are in the program. And Senator Rivera, thank you for correcting the record there. But I really need to note that DOH stated that their best guess for workers in CDPAP was 0.7 workers for every consumer in the program. I can tell you, based on information from our members, there are about 425,000 workers in CDPAP, or 1.5 per consumer. I want to address one other transition issue before deferring to my colleagues to share more. The notices being sent to consumers are generic text messages or emails in English only from a generic PPL address that asks consumers to click a link and immediately provide their name, Medicaid ID number, and more. Apart from so many of these falling into spam mailboxes, this is an enormous problem. Government, good government groups, community groups, and others have spent the last 25 years trying to tell people, particularly older people, immigrants, and others at risk of exploitation, not to click on unsolicited links from people you don't know.